will go. Welcome everyone to our Powering Your Amazing Mind training for Wednesday, October 22nd, 2020. Time go. And this, of course, is 9:30 p.m. Eastern Edition. I'm your moderator, Stanley Greene. We are on the telephone lines. We are on LinkedIn. We are on YouTube. So we are implementing as we go along, trying new technology. Our PowerThinking mobile app that we're adding more features and functions to as we go. We're trying our best not to fall behind when it comes to new technology. So I want to welcome you all. Christy, who joined us, one of our PowerThinking app users on LinkedIn, and saying hello. And by the way, folks, a couple of minutes as you are on the phone lines to go on LinkedIn and make a comment. I'll put your comment up on the screen. It'll be seen on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn. We'd love to hear from you. Say hello and maybe where you're joining us from. With you to do that. So we focus every single week helping you build these evidence-based skills, and so it is because that is found over the years is that as we give you the same information, maybe spaced out, but we do it over and over, maybe different videos like tonight. For today's session, we share a video that we haven't shared before around the subject talked about a number of times over the years, the oratory style. This is how someone explains what happened to them when things are going bad or when things are going good. How do they explain it? Do they think it's, well, I'm just lucky? And have you heard folks say it happened good and they go, really never happens to me, but this is just luck. It'll probably be the time it happens when in fact happened over and over again. So this is our power thinking inner number 5, which is optimism. The view that all things will ultimately have a successful outcome. So that's easy to say, but the reality is, for some people, it is very, very optimistic because they are always looking at the half full, half empty, so to speak. So half full, you're optimistic. If you look at the glass as half empty, it goes deeper than that. And my hope is that you had an opportunity to watch the video on YouTube, the 3 P's of optimism, and thoughts about this thing called the oratory style. So what did you think about the video? So I see that Linda Gray has joined LinkedIn as well, and says welcome to you, Linda. Thanks for joining us. Others who may be on the phone lines, feel free to jump in and mention a comment from and thoughts about the video that shared oratory style. Martin, gentleman who actually was a part of the power thinking acquired, called the elective learning, and put with the courses online for adults, 6 hours. Was called Resilience, and then one for teens. And they tried to sell for teens the course for adults, businesses, just acquire the company, and we and sell them. And their job was that wasn't the right right format, right? That was great. This way we are doing it, this particular format is working. People plugging in for 30 minutes, themselves over time, getting strong, those 7 areas resilient. And I see we have someone else, Cyrus. Cyrus, mention where you're joining us from. Good evening, and we also have Kianis. Good. I hope I did pronounce it correctly. For LinkedIn, and encourage others to join us as well. We're only here for perhaps another 15 minutes, but we're going to go right to, before we kind of go over keys of how, which can determine whether you're optimistic or pessimistic. In poll, the poll statement is, you can easily tell whether a person is optimistic or pessimistic based on how they explain what happened to them. Others mentioned this morning that you can tell by their body language whether they're optimistic, or they're smiling, or they're frowning. That's an easy clue. And we had said that's a true statement. You could actually tell the way they explain what happened to them. 8% said false, and 12% said not sure. So we have about folks. We may have gone over 50 if some of you have taken the poll, but please take them. Find that poll, take the poll. We'd love to get your vote on that particular question. That's *6. Folks, at any time, I'd love to hear what you thought about the video that we shared on the 3 Ps. Did you get anything out of it? Was it helpful to you? And the question is, have you ever, when either else was optimistic, and have you noticed when yours was very pessimistic? In the job search, and maybe you thought in a month you'd get a job, and it's been 6 months or longer, or getting that promotion. Other people getting promoted, and how has that affected your optimism? Did it sour it a little bit? Pessimistic. And how about relationships? Yourself, and have you found yourself, or do you notice where others are or pessimistic? And do you notice anything about how they explain what is going on in their world? Hill, what else? Feel free to hit that star. Something here for you. Carla, mention where you're joining and your thoughts about the explanatory style. Welcome.
Yes, thank you, Stan. This is Carla from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You told me earlier that it's this week, or the 18th, October 18th, is the 7th anniversary of me being part of it. It's been very valuable, and because I eat every day, you need a dose of resiliency skills every day, because different come at you. And seeing, to your point, your opening remarks, that time that we've been exposed to it, will touch us to when there becomes a habit. And even from this morning, I watched the video again this evening, before this evening, and something really stuck out to me also, that when it says explanatory style, I convert it to, it's a lot important to see other people's explanatory style. And I'm really good at seeing it, human resources, and listening and picking up. It's for me to receive it, because I'm very and the blind spot could be covered by someone that sees things holistically. It's not for their health, because it does send you down the rabbit hole. It really makes it that good, but for businesses do need balance. But personalizing it, that's the way I thing, and it's for my own health. If I don't see, if I really believe it's going to be permanent, I mean, even get the faith-based, right? Whether you'll hear that a more personalist that'll say, "Oh, the universe is by my behalf." Christians might go to Romans, like all things God works for the good of those of Him and who's been called according to His meaning. You could be losing your job right now, but is there a reason that you're being removed from there for now? And might be, to me, it might be, okay, this is a move towards something else. How I look at it. So it's really for a reason. I think it's important to have a more optimistic, because I think that really does impact you when you're like staying in crisis that way. Everything that's bad is meant your demise, so to speak. So I just really picked up, the way to myself is most important. The other interaction with people is tools in the toolbox. I need a list, and I need a dose of them, that more critical that when thing that to let me know, right? But it takes myself away. I really get jerk, right? Because stuff, it's so fluffy, but when I put it to myself, that's part of how you know, that's how you things that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So thanks for allowing me to share.
Thank you, Carla. I really appreciate it. And to you, Carla, one of our long members of Power, has been with us October 8th. I have everybody's names who call in and so forth, and four people call, say something. Here you have the option of just listening or hit the *6. You hit the *6 time. Carla and myself started in December of 2018, 7 years ago. Parsons, who from the very beginning, is our first ever PowerThinking Plus. And Carla started showing up on October 18 of 2018. October 18, 2018. So, Carla, thank you so much for your dedication and for being on this journey with me, with the community, as we continue to evolve, and now with the PowerThinking, embrace that, and helped with giving feedback, and that we can get things fine-tuned, of the kinds of things that we can do with that. So thank you very much. And for on our phone line who stopped in, there's Layla Llewellyn. We'll bring her comment up, and greetings. And we see Kenneth, who has joined us as well on the flavor, and the awesome Inu from Sugarland, Texas. So Kenneth is from Sugarland. I believe Tracy Chayo was just on her program, Voice of Business, this afternoon. I believe he's in Sugarland as well, just southwest Houston. And I've been to Sugarland, running a company called Telview, and we were going to various communities and helping them upgrade their least access cable channels. So yes, I do, and thank you for joining us from there. So we appreciate you. Let's go over those inner strengths and skills, right? So right now, there are other strengths, and optimism, major strength. And what we've done in this particular session and with the video is we are breaking down optimism. It's not about, as the video said, just somebody singing a tune, but it is fun to life's setbacks that's the true measure of their level of athleticism. And so some the other inner strengths that resilient people have, and this is all developed by Dr.'s team, are emotion regulation, to stay calm under pressure. And I hope I pronounced that right. She says, "Hi, everyone." Their control, ability not to say or do that comes to mind. Their empathy, understand another person's experience. These are all evidence-based, and they are straightforward. We're not giving you ecological jargon. What I love this is that in this, they kept it very simple. Inner strength number 4, belief, and this one's absolutely key. Belief that you have control over your ability to succeed. There is, of course, our focus today, optimism, and that optimism versus pessimism. This view that all things will ultimately have a successful outcome. This causal analysis, a systematic way, root cause of a situation or problem. And then the most powerful is reaching out, taking that initiative to others, and taking action as opposed to isolating oneself and doing nothing, but taking action when faced with setbacks and challenges, which is one of the most difficult things to do. So going back to optimism, so if we break it down, and I see that his comment was a negative mind, a positive life. I've never heard that quote. Absolutely tremendous. A negative mind. David, well said and very, but very powerful. And so, as it relates to optimism and pessimism, we have these keys. I remember it took a while to get this down, and for you, it's easily said, understand it, hear it again and again. But then when you reinforce it, you get and you say, what? Remember, hearing people use this explanatory style and use these keys. So, where something's going wrong in your world, or it's going wrong because it's taking your job search. And the reason why I mentioned jobs is because just this week we had our career Samuel talk about optimizing one's career, being successful in a job, and using AI. And there are a number of people out there as we speak that may have been out of work for a year. And you can imagine, what's going on. I see evening Omar, a busy week this week. It started off, by the way, on Sunday with Omar. I was a contestant on, which is kind of a takeoff on Jeopardy. And I've always watched Jeopardy, but I've competed on a Jeopardy-like show. We even had a thinking Jeopardy show, which Calvin Patterson and Leslie Flowers participated in, and we had participated in that, and Natasha Charles, another member. I've never been a contestant, so I competed, contestants. I came in out in the middle, but the person who won by a long shot. Now that he has offered the real Jeopardy show over 20. Imagine the studying that he did. He was just tearing it up with some TV questions. Walt Disney came up with this character in 1929. Mickey Mouse. This particular show in the 50s. Oh, okay. Some others had a little trouble with. So Omar, thanks for what you do with that program, and thanks for having me as a contestant. I understand that I do advance as the runner of the next round, so we'll look forward to that, and we'll let folks. But going back to the three P's and the work for a year, and it can start to work. If you're not saying this thing out loud, you may be thinking it. It may be running your mind that something's wrong with me, old, too young, or because I don't understand AI, because I'm seeing a lot of searches taking so long, or maybe, and they just, there are a lot of companies that have pulled back on these, on some of these, the case, and you really believe it is you. It is in that things are not happening. It's me, it's me, it's me, versus someone who's optimistic and not me. I mean, it's just the way things are. To keep moving until this happens. So the first P of the three P's, explanatory style, very, very important. Remember the thinking trap. One of the skills of resilience is to avoid the thinking traps. And one of those thinking traps, of the 8 thinking traps, the psychologist Dr. Albert Ellis, is personalized, not to beat yourself. People tend to beat themselves up too much. So the next P is permanent. So job search, it's been a year. The pessimistic person will say, these companies happen. It's always going to wait for me. Take me forever if I ever at all. That's the way. And it happens. For other people, they can get a job in a month or so, or weeks. And with me, it happened the last time. Now, it always happens where you hear them say this always happened, and it doesn't always happen. But you use that word, and you're thinking that they're just throwing it around. It doesn't mean much, but they really believe it. And you have to wait a minute. That it doesn't always happen. If there was one time where it didn't happen, it may have happened, twice, and to throw it out, you can't always. So mystic and say, no, doesn't always happen. I do remember times when I got something quick. So I am not going to that. I know it's going to happen for me. So that's the permanent part where you're saying this is the way it always is. The pervasive part, the third P in the 3 P's of not getting this job, that not only does this thing about not getting the job now applies here in this job search, applies to everything in my life. I mean, just everything. And so it affects my relationships. It affects my performance in school, and you just come up with certain words to describe how you feel about yourself. I'm not worthy, or you call yourself names. It is unbelievable, and how this can happen, sink you into a state of helplessness that you're so pessimistic that you don't believe that you'll ever get there. So not only does it apply again to the job search, it's pervasive to everything. So it takes a little while, to get terms, but as we talk about it, you can see how easily people can get themselves into a pessimistic mode, to a state of depression, helplessness state, where even though there are ways that they can bounce back faster, they can keep moving, don't believe that it can happen. So I see Cyrus's comment, I am not the negative concepts our mind generates. The point is not to think negative thoughts. The point is focus on because the negative thoughts are going to come. Our brains are processing 50,000 thoughts a day. 70 to 80 thoughts are negative. That's going to happen. You're not going to avoid the thoughts, but you can challenge the underlying beliefs that drive those thoughts. And as you say, Cyrus, the point is not to focus on them. Cyrus also mentions here on LinkedIn, positive mentality gave our cars accelerator, and negative mentality equipped our vehicles brakes and airbags. So you need brakes, you need the airbags, but it is dwelling on it, and here where it's pervasive, it's permanent, and now getting out of control. So be careful about that particular state of mind, the explanatory style. Watch the video over again. Analyze that so you can catch yourself, but mostly you can catch other people. Now on the screen, I flashed up our QR code of our power. We do you to 30 days. You would put in your credit card information for the base price, $19.99 a month. You'll be recording, in the palm of your hand on the app. You will have notifications that we call them thought busters. They're negative thought busters that will send warning. We call them power thinking, to try to keep you positive as you move through the course of the day. We'll give you to help you reinforce your skills and we have something called financial success today. We'll do a video concept because one of the things I did in the Pennsylvania Treasury, the treasurer was focused on putting programs together for financial literacy. So thinking about empowerment. So if you see that QR code, and when we're done to the video, get that, freeze it at the QR code, install the app. Check. We also have chat where you can participate with other power thinking, and you can actually hear someone mention their name. You go to the app, talk to them. You can have a voice call, text them. You can have a video call, and that's just one of the things. We have Chat GPT as part of. You're not feeling well that day, or assisted Chat GPT help you, with a couple of quick tips, that can move you forward. We also have an opportunity for you to refer other people and with this as well. And those are just of the functions. One last one I'll share with you is an assessment. I want you to take that power thinking assessment so you can get a feel for where you are in those 7 areas. Whether you're above average, below average, or average in your emotion regulation, in your optimism, your self-efficacy. All of that is there, and you can cancel anytime. Just reach out to me, and if it's not for you, you can. We'd love for you to try. So yes, use that QR code or go to the Play Store, the Apple Store, and just install PowerThinking Corp. Search for PowerThinking Corp. And P, the blue P is in the back. That is us down. And give me your feedback. Okay, folks. So we will wrap it up. I want to thank you all for joining us for Power Thinking. Now, one thing, since we spend all these 50,000 thoughts a day, we must think.
Q&A, participants are unmuted.
So Erica Olson and Coleman and Carla, Calvin, Dale, and Greg Jones out in New York. Annie, the man who has so many seminars, workshops on LinkedIn and is helping so many people. Thank you so much for joining us. 3 in the morning over in the UK. Linda Gray, Regina Carlua next month, and Timothy Butts, whose mom mom just turned 102 years young and still walks a mile every day. So thank you, a great one, and we will see you again next week. Take care, everyone.
Goodbye.
And thank you so much for joining us, Omar. Appreciate you being with us as well. We had Layla and Gray. Let's see if we can scroll up, and I hope I don't miss it. And Ileana, yes, thank you for doing that and breaking it down, and we appreciate it well. And I think we mentioned some. And Christy Williams, thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Make it a fantastic